camera on, Dad?
Yes.
So, welcome back to Making Room for More, and now we're literally making room for food. We're so excited to eat this food with baby Jack.
Today we are going to be working on meals that we can freeze because mommy is pretty much the chef of the house, and when the baby comes I'm not going to be cooking a whole lot. So tune in and follow us because we're going to be showing you some tricks to make some quick and easy meals so we have some home cooked meals. And mommy's out of breath.
Okay, let me.
Okay, go ahead.
So we're gonna make some food, a lot, like I think 3 meals.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have lasagna, spaghetti, and chili.
Yep. So it just so happens that this time we're making a lot of pasta meals. This is something that we did last time before Mitchell and Madison were born. I froze some meals so that way we would have some things to eat. And I feel like right when they were born, I ate Jimmy John's a lot because I didn't eat cold cuts while I was pregnant. So it was something that I really liked. So it's nice to be able to mix like easy takeout with home cooked meals because after a while you get tired of like eating out all the time. So if we cook them now and freeze them, we'll be good to go.
Well, mostly because you're gonna have to pop it out of the thing and then just heat it up.
Exactly.
And we don't have a really big microwave. So we would do it in the oven.
Yeah, so we actually don't really even use our microwave that often at all. So like Mitchell said, we'll be able to pop them out and heat them up and we'll be good to go. So we've pulled out everything that we need. Madison is actually working on browning our meat for us.
Yep. And I'm going to be checking on the water.
Okay, so we got some water boiling. This is going to be so simple. One of the things that I will tell you is when I cook, I usually don't follow a recipe. Unless it's like a cake or something, then obviously those type of things, it's important to follow the recipe. But for the most part, I kind of just eyeball things and I pretty much, yes.
So speaking of cooking, for breakfast, if we have eggs, I usually make the eggs.
Yes. For breakfast, yes. And Madison and Mitchell really enjoy cooking. So this is actually something that we do as a family. I was supposed to be resting a little bit, but I feel like while I have energy, I want to like knock out stuff so that towards the end I can really, really rest. But anyway, Mitchell and Madison pretty much will not let me cook without them helping. So they're here helping cook. And what was I talking about? I was talking about something. Oh, I was talking about how I don't usually follow recipes while I cook. And I usually can smell, and based on the smell I know if it's seasoned well and everything. Yeah. I don't usually taste test while I cook either. So
like, especially if it's raw eggs.
Raw eggs?
Yeah, raw eggs. You can't taste test raw
true.
Eggs. And also, you remember that Christmas one we did? Well, the Christmas trees. We have 2, but yeah. So you didn't see the other one. We had one upstairs. So yeah, let's fast forward to something else that I was gonna say. Yeah, so we finished that, and so mommy was going to rest tomorrow, something like that. So yeah.
So we're just hanging out. We've got our comfy chill clothes on, and we're gonna whip up some meals and put them in the freezer. So we're gonna get started here. We've already got a good head start. I've wiped all the counters down because I like to start with my counters wiped down. We've washed our hands.
Yep.
And I think I got my hair pulled back because we don't want hair in our food. So I think we're ready to go. So we're gonna start with the chili because the chili takes the longest to cook. And I don't want to be out half the night waiting for it to like cook and cool and all of that. So we're gonna really throw that together pretty quickly, and then we'll get started on the lasagna. I have to brainstorm too on some other meals that I might want to make, but this is what we're starting with. So here we go.
Let's get to it.
How's the meat looking, babe?
Great.
So right now we've just And you can actually make chili a few different ways. You don't necessarily have to brown the meat in advance. Yeah. But I'm just browning the meat this time because something about just putting raw meat in a crock pot and letting it cook, it doesn't, I don't know.
It just sounds disgusting.
It does sound kind of disgusting.
Yeah, like, you can't just explain it. So.
Okay, we're not going to try to explain it. So the technique that we're using today is we're browning our meat a little bit. This is actually ground beef. I personally, our whole family, we switched to ground turkey really, and I actually stopped eating meat. I mean, I would eat it like every now and again right before I got pregnant, but then when I got pregnant, for some reason, ground turkey really has turned me off, and I've been wanting red meat more. I don't really know why. So, I guess technically, Jack will be born when I actually eat this meal, so I could have switched back to ground turkey, but I didn't. So, ground beef is what we're browning. Okay, so if you guys have ideas too and suggestions on some meals that we should make that we can make easily in advance and freeze them. The one thing is we don't have a whole lot of space in our freezer either, so we're kind of limited on how many meals we can make. And the other thing that we did just get, we just got an Instapot. So I think that we may open that up on this episode and see what that's all about. So if you have ideas on Instapot meals, would love to hear from you on those as well. So we're going to continue. I am going to put, actually I'm not too tired. I'm okay. I'm going to take some of the ground beef. I'm actually going to use that for the lasagna and the chili. So we're like knocking it out, 2 meals at once. I'm going to put the beef for the chili in the pot, and then we're going to keep going. This
meat.
The meat. Thank you guys. I'm struggling. I'm so happy that you guys are here to help me. For some reason, I'm out of breath.
Commercial break. Can we get a break for a second for talking, please? Like we can like say like they can whisper in our ear, like mommy can whisper in our ear, and yeah. So.
Yes. So to Madison's point, this beef is still a little bit pink. Usually we would make sure our beef is cooked all the way. But considering it's going to cook for like another 5 or 6 hours in the crock pot, I'm not going to overcook it. So I'm going to go ahead and use it like this. It'll be fine for this time.
So
I don't know if you can see it, but you can see it's still kind of pink in there.
So like right here, it's like kind of pink.
Yeah.
I can still see the pink in the pot. If you can zoom that up, cameraman. Yeah. See that? See the meat? See the meat? See it?
So it's still a little pink. So it's not quite fully cooked, but it's gonna cook, like I said, for like another 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
So that's okay this time. And this lasagna, we're gonna also do the same thing. So I already rinsed off the top of these cans. Just a little secret for you guys, I always rinse off the top of my cans. Maybe it's not a secret, maybe you guys already do it, but if you think about it, these things stay in a warehouse before they even get to the store, and there could be little rodents and stuff. So rodents are like
mine.
Exactly. We got to get this going. So what I was saying is these cans stay in a warehouse more than likely before they're even shipped to the store, and then when they're shipped to a store, they're sitting in the back room and whatnot. God only knows what may have happened, so I always rinse off the top of my cans. So you guys, I'm going to pass these to you. I'm going to let you guys
just like
pour it in. Yeah,
pour it in. Like, not like throw, like that, but like throw. Yeah. That's what I mean.
So that's tomato sauce. Yeah. I'm going to move. I always cook with a trash bag, so that way I can throw everything I'm using right in this little bag, and it's easy peasy, because I don't like to cook and there's stuff everywhere. Yeah. All right, so Madison, you can put that whole can in there. Here's a spoon for you. It's kind of thick, so you're going to have to work with it. These are, actually I'm going to hold off on that. This is Rotel diced tomatoes and green chilies. Usually I used crushed tomatoes, but I didn't have any. I had these in the pantry, so I'm going to use these this time.
Sorry about this, it's so loud.
Okay, here, let me help you with this. This is what you can do. That's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that and just dump it in, just like that.
Oh, okay. I got it now.
And Mitchell's putting in our tomatoes.
I'm scared. That looks like salsa.
It does look like salsa. All right, so we have our tomato sauces in there. What I like to do, I don't know, this is just what I do. I like to season in layers. So since we have the tomato sauces, I'm going to season this a little bit. This is onion powder. This is a little minced garlic.
Minced? So it has mince in it?
Well, minced is actually the way that it's like chopped up.
We need a little bit more of this.
Yes, we do need more of that. We're gonna put a little, I like Miss Dash seasoning, or this is just called Dash, but it doesn't have MSG in it. So this is what I use for my seasoning salt. So we're gonna do a little of that. This is chili powder. So we'll do, chili powder kind of makes it a little spicy. I'm just gonna take this lid off and kind of.
Wait, you want your chili real spicy?
Not super spicy, but it makes it kind of have like a chili flavor if you put a good amount in there. So I took the lid off just to make it a little easier. We're gonna do a little barbecue sauce to give it like a little sweet kick.
Can we not? Yummy. Do we not taste it? We
No,
can.
I wouldn't taste it. I wouldn't taste it.
The barbecue sauce is really good, but it's kind of like spicy.
You think so?
Yeah, that's what I think. We should put some more stuff over it so I don't know.
A little pepper.
Paprika.
And we're gonna do a little salt.
Hey, let me do salt. This time you can see the salt.
Yeah. And we're gonna do a little hot sauce.
Oh, let me do it. Those are actually 3 kicks.
And then we're gonna do a little Worcestershire.
What is that? Worcestershire?
This is like it gives it kind of like a beefy flavor, maybe.
Beef.
Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit more chili powder.
Oh, let me. Chili powder. That should be like it's good.
All right, so we have chili beans and chili sauce. So we're gonna add those.
What about the mixed beans?
We're gonna add the mixed beans. All right, so we added our chili beans, which already are in chili sauce.
Oh.
And then
so
the
now
last thing we're gonna add is our mixed beans. Usually I don't use mixed beans. I usually use chili beans and I usually use kidney beans. But this is what I had. So we're gonna add those. All right, a little salt. And then Madison, why don't you do a little pepper?
Oh, salt, a little pepper. Stop.
That's good. Let mommy finish this up. I'm gonna give it a stir. And we are pretty much done with our chili. So we're literally gonna let this just cook for 5 or 6 hours in the crock pot. And this is probably gonna make at least 3 servings for our family. One of the things that I like to do with the chili, Daddy likes cornbread with his chili, so I make cornbread with it. We'll put, I like 3-way chili. So I like it with spaghetti noodles and chili crackers and sour cream and cheese. So it's gonna be really tasty.
Me too. We're like buddies.
Yeah.
We like eat the same thing.
Yes, we do.
We know each other. Really good.
Yes, we do.
Like we know what we like to eat.
I kind of want to eat this like for dinner soon, but we're gonna save it and freeze it for when the baby comes.
I really want to eat it right now.
So I don't know if you guys got a good look, but this is our chili. We'll show you the finished product. For now, you can put the top on it, and we're gonna just let it cook.
So welcome back to the show, guys. This is part 2. So we're literally doing some more of cooking today.
Yes, so we have finished our chili. Our chili is cooking, and we're going to continue with our lasagna. We have our pasta noodles cooking. We're gonna cook those for 12 minutes exactly. That's how I always cook my pasta, no matter what pasta it is. I feel like it comes out perfectly when I cook it for 12 minutes, unless I want it a little al dente, which is not normally the case. So our pasta's cooking. Madison browned our meat for us.
That's right.
Yes, and she did a great job. Now we're gonna add our spaghetti sauce. I'm gonna add it to the meat, and we're just gonna finish it off that way.
Okay, so let's get to it.
One thing that I do sometimes is I'll add a little water, just a little bit of water to the pasta sauce, shake it up and throw it in there too, so that way I make use of all of the pasta sauce. If I was doing like for real cooking, well, not that this isn't real cooking, but if I was like cooking,
like you were in a restaurant.
Right, if we were in a restaurant, we would do like homemade sauce. But I told you guys, this is gonna be quick and easy, so we're just using the good old Prego. How ironic is that? We're using Prego and I'm Prego. Okay, anyway.
Pregnant.
Sorry our backs are to you, but I'll still tell you what we're doing. We have combined our pasta sauce and our pasta sauce and our beef. And now we're gonna bring it back over here.
With water.
Actually, we're gonna let that simmer a little bit, and we're gonna work on our ricotta. So, our pasta's done.
Okay.
So let's grab that. I'm not gonna use a colander. I'm just gonna drain it off because I usually actually just let it sit in the water so it doesn't get stuck together as I prepare everything else. So I'm gonna drain it off. Ooh, that's hot. All right, so we drained our noodles. The next thing that we're going to do is work on our ricotta. I'm not a big fan of a bunch of ricotta in my lasagna, so I actually like to season it a little bit to give it a little flavor and kind of mix it in. So
Give it a little kick.
Give it a little kick, yeah. So I'm going to take the ricotta.
Here, let me hold this for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Whoa.
Okay, we're going to take our ricotta. I'm going to take an egg.
Raw egg.
Raw egg.
Crack it.
Crack it.
And smack it. The egg.
But before we mix it, I'm going to add some Italian seasoning.
Yep.
Like a bit of garlic.
Bit. I'll tell you when to stop.
And this would be really good with fresh garlic too, but like I said, this is the express version, so we're not going to do that. I'm going to grab some spinach.
Throw that in there. I think
Usually, so the other thing that you can use is I've done it with fresh parsley, and actually too, if I don't have any fresh herbs, I've even done it with just the Italian seasoning. So this time we had spinach, so I'm going to throw some spinach in there. You could just cut it up or chop it up, but I'm just going to use my hands. All right, so that's that. So we seasoned it. We added our spinach.
I think I'll add one more.
You can add more. This will actually give it, like, make it a bit more healthy. Give it a little more flavor. I'll add a little Parmesan cheese to it too. I don't have any, like, fresh Parmesan this time, but that's okay. We just use what we have around here sometimes, so that's what we're doing. So this literally is a really quick and easy meal. We've combined our meat and our sauce. We've made our ricotta, and now we're just going to grab our cheeses. We're gonna grab our pasta noodles, and we're literally going to assemble this in the pans. Usually I make like a regular size pan of lasagna, but because these are just gonna be like quick meals, I'm gonna use these small pans that I literally just got from Dollar Tree. Bear with me because the size of the portion is different than what I normally do. So we're gonna make it work, but we're gonna use our pans. We're gonna make a couple. Oh, excuse me.
Samples. Sorry about that, Jack.
Sorry, Jack. I didn't mean to smash you. We're gonna make a couple pans. We're gonna layer it up. I'm gonna move pretty quickly, and we're gonna have our lasagna. Usually I don't spray the pan, but since these are not the pans that I usually I use like a glass casserole dish. So you take a little bit of the pasta sauce.
So why are you adding that over there?
So the reason why I'm adding this is so that it's not stuck all over the bottom. And trust me, this definitely helps because I've done it the other way and the pasta was stuck to the bottom. So we got our ricotta. Then we're going to put some mozzarella. All right, so that is it for our lasagna. We've finished one pan. I'm gonna knock out the second pan. That's pretty much it for our freezer meals. I'll show you kind of like the finished product when we have everything packaged up, and then we're just gonna put it into the freezer and we're gonna let it freeze, and then that way we will have home cooked meals when baby Jack arrives, and they'll be quick and easy. We'll pop them in the oven and we'll be good to go. Okay, so we have finished our meals. I made 2 pans of lasagna. We just made it work. It was super quick. Not the way I usually cook. Please, that's my disclaimer. But there was a lot going on and I was just trying to get it done. So we have our lasagna here. And we also have 2 pans of spaghetti. So we're going to do baked spaghetti. We have 2 pans of that. The only thing that you don't see here is our chili. Our chili is pretty much done. But we're gonna have to let it cool. So we didn't put it quite in the freezer bags and stuff yet, but we're off to a start. We have some meals to eat. I'm gonna find space in the freezer. Thank you for joining us on this segment. Like, subscribe, comment if you're enjoying it, and we'll see you next time.